What's going on, guys? So I am over at a new spot that me and my buddy Tyler came yesterday. Put out my Tacticam sail cam, and got some pictures and videos of a decent 7-pointer that was here this morning. And so what I'm planning to do is put out some of my minerals that I'm known for mixing up. I've got a video on that. But I'm going to throw out a little bit of corn. There's plenty of soybeans out here for them. I'm just trying to get them to stand closer to the camera as these deer come in so I can get a better inventory of them. I'm just scattering out. I'm not going to do a lot of corn this time of year. It's not good to feed them corn when it's this hot. But I chose this spot because it's very secluded. It's way off the road. The front portion of the farm is planted in tobacco this year. So, and on the other side of the woods, there's also tobacco. So, this is gonna, with these soybeans back here, it's gonna really bring these deer in and make them stay focused more on this end of the farm. Not necessarily just to this field, but at least on this end of the farm. So, I'm gonna run the camera. I'm gonna put out some minerals, and the minerals are more gonna be for an attractant, more so than for them to get any kind of real benefit this late in the year. But every little bit helps. So I'll show you guys what we're working with. So put this down here. Got my camera set up right here, and these deer were all out here this morning at daylight. Nice 7-pointer, some does. Had some does out here last night. But anyway, I'm thinking about putting these minerals kind of right in this area here, and then scattering some corn out here as well so they'll find it. And I'm just going to be honest with you, looking at a couple of different options for a tree to hunt out of. I'm really liking this setup over here. Not necessarily this front tree that you see, though that would be really good with a little bit more cover on this side. If it had both, that would just about be perfect, because when you're talking about a 20-yard shot, that's if they don't come out here and present a shot closer. But if you look behind it, there's another tree there, and I'm really liking that one too, because that would cover the stand itself and kind of make it secluded. But again, I'm not set on this yet. I would just need to do some peeking and kind of see what I like best. I might have to do quite a bit of trimming to make that work, but I do like that it's got plenty of cover here to hide the stand, and again, it will conceal your movement. The stand I'm gonna put up there is not high. It's maybe 15 feet if I do the single man ladder stand, which is good for bow hunting out of. But anyway, I'm leaning towards that tree, and it makes it very difficult to see, but you see it there. Again, I do like that would be hidden really well. I'll bring the pole saw down here, knock out a few limbs that would be in my way. And again, any deer that comes within 20-30 yards of this hill, that's from that tree to that crest and that hill, 30 yards. So anything remotely in this area is fair game. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting this out here. Again, even if I don't decide to hunt from that tree, if I do decide to hunt for that tree, that's well within range. That back one there with the stuff growing on it. I love how it's got enough cover around it that it would kind of hide me and conceal me a little bit, at least from the front. Coming from this angle, I'm not overly sure. But that's the one I'm leaning to. There are others that I could do. Say for instance that pine tree there, I could put a stand there, but that's already setting me back another, 5 to 7 yards off the field to go that far back. So I'm kind of doing myself a disservice there, and I can't see down the wood line. If I do the stand over here, it's a potential, I could potentially be able to see, especially if I do a little bit of clearing on some of the brush down here. I can look down this field line here, and anything that comes way out in the field, I would probably be able to see it. So that's where I'm leaning, but we'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes. This one here, no cover at all as far as in the woods with you, but you'd be in the shadows and you'd be able to see out into the field a ways too. So that is a potential stand location. Again, I would just have to make sure that I'd have some shooting opportunities. Up here I may end up having to cut this little sapling down right here, and at least like upper, extend that thing out a ways and then cut it off up higher, so that it would open that canopy up right there. But anything else to the other side is fair game. That's pretty good. I would not have a shot here at all. But again, it gives you cover way long ways until, again, if all that in the middle was cut out, that deer would be way over in here if he came this way before he'd even see my stand. And he'd be in the open right there. I mean, I could shoot from there easily out in this direction. So I'm really liking that, probably the best now that I've looked at it. So these are my minerals that I mix up. It's basically right now is the just general meal mixture like you can buy at Tractor Supply. There is a video, I'll put it in the comments, a link to that video. It's probably my best video that I've done so far as the numbers go. But typically, especially once I'm initially putting out a site where I've never had minerals, I will add like buck bourbon or dried molasses to it. The buck bourbon works really good if you cannot get dried molasses. I do not have any of that in here right now, so this is just the general mineral meal and trace mineral salt. You can also do the white mixing salt, works just as good. I've used both. So I'm gonna get this poured out, get me a little spot started with that, and then I'm gonna go back and get the corn, bring that back. It's just a bucket, about the same size bucket of corn, and I'm gonna sprinkle that out here. And again, that's just to help the deer find the mineral site. All right, so what I've done, I didn't clear up any ground whatsoever. This place already has deer tracks here. It's directly in front of my camera. about 7-8 yards in front of it. And so I just put this on the ground. They'll be able to smell it. They'll be able to find this really quick. And then basically what I'm gonna do, this entire area around it, I'm gonna sprinkle corn real loosely all over the ground right there, so it'll be an attractant, and it's just gonna help them see that, start nibbling on that, and find this quicker. But I'll put corn out, honestly, probably through the remainder of the season now. Okay, like I said, camera. I've come in here with a small bucket of corn. This is only like a couple of gallons. I just loosely sprinkled this all the way around this entire area. Throw a little bit in the minerals, again, just to make them go to it. Taste it. They will crave that salt. That salt in there is going to actually help them be able to digest the minerals. The minerals are very bitter, not very palatable, so that salt actually helps it. But anyway, the purpose of the corn is just to get them to stand here in this area, in front of the camera, in front of the minerals, and hopefully present me with a shot of a deer. And again, there's a tree right over there that I'm leaning towards that's 15 to 20 yards from this spot. That is if I even choose that tree. If I do, I may end up having to cut a lot of the cover off of it, which I don't want to do. So, but we'll see. But this is pretty much where we're at. And just to give you an idea, this is just one little small head here, large heads of woods over here. Same thing back here, very large tract of woods. There's a field through the woods back this way that's only, I don't know, 100, 150 yards thick. That's around this point here. But anyway, it goes over there to another large field. And there's a creek that runs through that, and then at the far end over there, right where I'm pointing at now, is a pond. So even when the branch in here is dried up, there's still places for them to get water back here. So that's kind of what drug me over here. Now, a few years ago, I hunted probably where that crest in that field is. I was in my climber on the edge of the fields during muzzleloader season, and in the afternoon, and a nice buck came out around in this area and fed. It was soybeans then too. He came out, and all of a sudden he turned and he wandered back this way, and I'm thinking, okay, I couldn't see from where I was at, but I was thinking he was going to walk down the wood line and come right to me. He in turn turned and went right back in the woods, and I never saw him again. He was a nice buck. I could see his rack without binoculars, without anything, from way down there. And so I was just out of range. That's what led me to want to come down here and look. And again, I started seeing signs. There were tracks, things like that over here. But with that said, I'm gonna get out of here so I don't just keep contaminating it with my scent. But that's why I chose this area. So I hope that helps you guys when you're thinking. Think water, think food, think seclusion, off the beaten path. That's the point of this thing. You cannot see this place from the road. You can't sneak up to this place quietly. You would have to park a right good ways away and walk in. This is very secluded. Plenty of food back here and plenty of watering sources for them. And again, way back in the thicker part of the woods here, there is some swamp when it's wet. So plenty of bedding areas in here for them. So you've got your bedding, you've got your food, you've got your water, you got your seclusion. That's a recipe for success in my book. So we'll see. Once gun season comes in, I probably will not hunt back here anymore, because the club that I'm in is a dog running club. They do use hounds to push deer and track them and run them. So But if you want access to the land, you've got to hunt, where you can. And this is a good club, good guys in it, a really good fellowship and club. And that's what I've enjoyed about it. I've brought more people into the club, despite what you may think about people that run hounds and things like that. That's another discussion for another day. But it's fun, it's legal, and I'll probably do it till the day I die. So anyway, I'm gonna get this thing, and I'm gonna get this. Sorry about that in the shadow. I'm gonna get this bucket. I'm gonna walk out of here, get in my truck, and I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. And I won't come back in here for another week or so, and that'll be just to maybe throw another bucket of corn, and just again get them used to coming over here. When I do come back, I may end up bringing a bag of buck bourbon and putting down here too, just again to get them used to that smell and not associating it with danger. So I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to hit that like, that subscribe. Definitely comment if you have a question about where I'm hunting and why I chose what I did. Be sure to ask that in there. The comments back and forth and the discussion is what actually helps get us in the algorithm with YouTube. And the likes help, and the subscriptions help. Obviously, every little bit helps to help our community grow. So thank you. Y'all be safe out there. I can't wait to show you some of the things we're going to do this year.